Today on The Heartbeat, we have a very special guest, Lance McCoy. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for allowing me to be here with you.
You have really blazed the trail of being first in a lot of things. You are in the first graduating class of Tillman J. Fertitta's Family College of Medicine at the University of Houston. You are also the very first U of H med student to be here at the Texas Heart Institute to participate in a new clinical cardiology rotation. It's a training program that is led by Dr. Jorge Escobar. You are the first doctor in your family.
Yeah.
What really led you to this phenomenal career that you're about to embark on?
So actually it's quite a bit convoluted. I guess it started organically, but it wasn't something that I was consciously thinking about. Medicine was not my first choice. By first choice, I wanted to be an engineer. I was pretty good at math and science. I did my research. I was like, oh yeah, engineering seems like it's pretty cool. I looked at other things too, but I never thought about being a doctor. There's not a whole bunch of people who come from Angleton and decide to be doctors. So it wasn't something that I looked at and was like, oh, this is something you could do. It's not an avenue that I ever thought was really possible.
And then you went on to Prairie View A&M for college. Why did you choose Prairie View? Is there a reason?
So I chose Prairie View just because that was the school that showed me that they were going to invest the most in me. I applied a lot of places, got accepted a lot of places, but it was just like in terms of like scholarships and things that like were available in terms of somebody investing in my education. Prairie View showed me that they were going to actually invest in me, and then they were interested in me becoming the best that I could be.
And so you didn't major in engineering, you majored in biology.
I started in engineering and then I switched over to biology, probably halfway through.
Why?
I just noticed that I needed something that was a little bit more people-based. I wanted to work interactively with people every day. I kind of wanted long-term relationships, and that's not what engineering was really giving me. So since engineering wasn't offering that, I was like, okay, I need to find something that's more in tune with that. And at that point too, I was already looking at, okay, well, I have to do this engineering degree that's going to be 4 years, and then I'm going to have to get here, and then I want to be in management, so I'm going to have to do a leadership program for 3 years. I'm like, oh, that's 7 years. I could just go be a doctor or something.
In 2019, Lance took his passion for research to the prestigious MD Anderson Cancer Center, where he served as a research assistant and worked on the development of a novel imaging technology to detect early signs of osteoradionecrosis, a possible complication of radiation therapy. His work not only contributed to cutting-edge research, but also has the potential to improve patient outcomes and reduce treatment-related complications.
I worked with the Dr. Fuller lab, and it was just an awesome experience. I really loved my time at MD Anderson. I don't think that I ever would have got to medical school without also the tutelage of Dr. Fuller and that time at MD Anderson. As far as the osteoradionecrosis paper, so a lot of times as a side effect of getting the radiation treatment, and you can kind of distort a lot of the blood vessels of the vasculature that's in those areas, you're causing basically little strictures, or you're causing impaired blood flow to those areas. And once you have that impaired blood flow to such a large area, a lot of the tissue tends to die.
Yeah.
And so osteoradionecrosis is a sincere problem. So in terms of that lab specifically, what we were trying to do is to study all of these things and all the cancer therapies, and see what we could do to make cancer therapies, of course, continue to be as good as they can be in terms of healing, but trying to get rid of those secondary features, like those sequelae, those side effects.
What was another one that you were very proud of?
I was really proud of the black bone density paper that we did. It was a crowdsourced paper. It was more of a supporting effort on that one. But the osteoradionecrosis one was the one that I was the most into.
The big one?
Yeah, the big one.
Next time on The Heartbeat, we'll find out how heart device advances made at the Texas Heart Institute impacted Lance McCoy's family and his decision to pursue medicine. Lance will also tell us about his experience as one of the first medical students to be on the clinical rotation at the Texas Heart Institute Center for Cardiovascular Care. For The Heartbeat, I'm Maya Pomroy.